You watch this video, that means you can see your object in user environment. That's brilliant job from you, good job. You should congratulate yourself, but before we finish this day, we need to set up validation to particular object line and set up on-grid to complete the day. So let's go to validation. Validation is something that you can set up to particular object lines, like we have client identifier name and so on, and it's grouped by template. It means, let's go to administration, and in object, in client, in lines, you can define for particular object, when you highlight the object or make it active, you can add a new template line. And so far, we had like how the form looks like visible point of view. But now we add a behavior. So let's add a new template line, and you can see validation here. You can specify different types of validation from mandatory, optional, mandatory conditional, disable conditional, and so on. So first one, client identifier, we set as mandatory, and name has to be mandatory as well. So definitely mandatory. And let's take a look at, okay, create is optional, set hidden, all right. Let's try, for example, let's set created as optional, and then set as hidden conditional or hidden mandatory. So create it, add a new template line, and set it optional. And for example, seed, let's add new validation or new template line and specify validation as, okay, hidden mandatory. And we add a condition. Whenever you add some condition or calculation or whatever, you can use particular values in object lines. You need to specify in which object line, and it is by ID. Like, for example, when I write ID 3, I mean name, because ID 3 is name. And I can set a condition that seed will be hidden when ID 3, like empty string, all right? Something like that. Let's do it. You will see. Okay, next one is disable optional mask. All right. So we set a different validation type for different fields. And we would like to set for phone and email a mask. That means I add a new template line for phone, and I can specify mask. Okay, we can't specify mask for phone because it's obvious it's number. So we can add some default value, for example, and let's add, I don't know, 49, some number. And as an email, we specify mask. You can specify a mask according to particular symbols. Like, for example, for number, it's mandatory as 999, and for optional is hashtag, and so on. Lowercase is AAA, uppercase is bigger A, and so on. But we would like to specify email. Here we go. So I will add as a mask something called email. And now let's check it. Let's go to user environment. All right. And create a new client. choose client as a new task, and you can see that identifier is now mandatory. Yeah, whenever you would like to go or send it into workflow, you have to fill it before you send it. So add a client identifier. So for example, Apple or Apple 111, something like that. Specify created. It was optional, obviously. Name as an Apple company. And you can see that whenever I fill name, seed turns visible. Okay? I can remove it. It's not there. Here we go. And it's mandatory. So let's California, I don't know, Blue Street, 123. It's active. As a phone, we set it as a default value, 49 and so on. And we set a mask for email. So whenever I want to fill the mask, you can see that email, you can see the mask pop up, right? So michael.apple.com and save it. And that's it.